The Sambisa Forest is a forest in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. It is in the southwestern part of Chad Basin National Park, about 60 kilometers southeast of Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State. The forest has an area of 60,000 square kilometers. Geography: southeast of Maiduguri, the capital of the state of Borno. It occupies about 60,000 square kilometers in the states of Borno, Yobe, Gombe, Bauchi along the corridor Darazo, Jigawa, and some parts of Kano state farther north. It is administered by the local government areas of Nigeria of Askira, UBA in the south, by Dambo in the southwest, and by Konjiga and Jere in the west. The name of the forest comes from the village of Sambisa, which is on the border with Gwaza in the east. The Gwaza Hills in the east have peaks of 1,300 meters above sea level and form part of the Mandara Mountains range along the Cameroon-Nigeria border. The forest is drained by seasonal streams into the Yedserim and the Nada rivers. Climate: the climate is hot, dry and wet, with minimum temperatures of about 21.5 degrees Celsius between December and February, a maximum of about 48 degrees Celsius in May, and average temperatures of about 28 to 29 degrees Celsius. The dry season is from November to May and the wet season is between May and September, October, with annual rainfall of about 190 millimeters. Flora: the Sambisa Forest is one of the few forests in northeastern Nigeria where sparse vegetation is the norm. Most of the vegetation is typical of the Sudanian savanna, although, because of human activity, some parts have become more like the Sahel savanna. The forest consists of a mixture of open woodland and sections of very dense vegetation of short trees about 2 meters high and thorny bushes, with a height of 1/2–1 meter, which are difficult to penetrate. Major trees and bushes in the forest include tallow, rubber, wild black plum, birch, date palm, mesquite, acacia, monkey bread, redbush willow, baobab, jackalberry, tamarin and terminalia. Fauna: BirdLife International reported that 62 species of birds have been recorded in the Sambisa Game Reserve, including the guinea fowl, francolin, village weaver, Abyssinian ground hornbill, Arabian bustard, Savills bustard, African collared dove, chestnut-bellied starling, black scrub robin and the Sudan golden sparrow. The forest was also thought to be the last remaining site of the ostrich in Nigeria. 17 species of mammals were reported in 2010 in the Sambisa Game Reserve, including baboon, patas monkey, tantalus monkey, Grimm's duiker, red-fronted gazelle, African bush elephant, roan antelope, hartebeest, African leopard and spotted hyenas. However, poaching, chopping down trees for fuel, human agricultural penetration and the Boko Haram jihadist group's activities since 2013 have reduced their numbers since then. An aerial survey of the game reserve in 2006 reported seeing only 5 large wild animal species. Sambisa Game Reserve. During the colonial period, the Sambisa Game Reserve covered an area of 2,258 square kilometers in the eastern part of the forest. Later reports put the size of the game reserve at 518 square kilometers or 686 square kilometers, although some official documents included the Maguba Forest Reserve in the Sambisa Game Reserve. From 1970, the reserve was used for safaris. It had a large population of leopards, lions, elephants, hyenas, that tourists could observe from cabins or safari lodges. In 1991, the government of the state of Borno incorporated this reserve into the National Park of the Chad Basin, but the abandonment of its management, following the Sambisa takeover by Boko Haram insurgents in February 2013, led to the gradual disappearance of animals. Lodges collapsed or were destroyed, vegetation invaded roads, and rivers dried up. Political. The Sambisa Forest, especially the mountainous region of Gwaza near the Cameroon border, was used as a shelter of the jihadist Boko Haram group. particularly during the Chibok schoolgirl kidnapping in April 2014. The Nigerian army found the forest to be heavily mined. However, on 28 April 2015, 4 Boko Haram camps in the Sambisa Forest were overrun by the Nigerian military, who freed nearly 300 girls and women who were not, however, the missing Chibok girls. 234 further women and children were reportedly freed near Kavuri in Kontaga on 30 April 2015, and 13 Boko Haram camps destroyed. The Nigerian army Wednesday night, 4 November 2015, said troops of 5 Brigade Task Group killed 2 Boko Haram suspects after destroying their camps at Hausari and Baronga in Mart local government area of Borno State.